Bald-faced lie, bald-faced truth. Chris Drury will be out of a job come July 1st.
I don't see how he can't be. Bald-faced truth. I mean, if everything that I just said, which I stand by, how in the next segment can I say, no, he deserves to be retained here. He's done a good job. Like, there's just certain seasons that get away from you. So yeah, bald-faced truth, he'll be gone.
Well, but again, the thing is that we both believe that he should be gone, but upper management, we've seen them being loyal recently to Chris Drury, so they've kind of stayed away from sticking their nose in this type of business.
Yep.
And if Drury's rebuilding team had all the success the past few years, maybe they don't get rid of him. But the problem is, you're right. Like, the Shesterkin deal is the one that pissing me off more than anything else. Because if you look at the Canadians years ago with Carey Price, they gave him a huge contract, and that's been the detriment of the team. It took them 10 years to basically rebuild, and now finally get back into the playoffs. Shesterkin, he's not that great. We love him. He's our guy. We want him to be Lundqvist. He's not that great. You locked him up. He's got a no-trade clause. He's going to be here for another 9 years. You have a lot of money invested, and now the fact is that you're going to have to rebuild this team from scratch. It's going to be a team that's rebuilding for years.
Years?
Yes.
This is a frustrated Rangers fan, people. Yes. And your Ranger fans, I don't think what he just said is not on point. You got to be feeling the same thing. Like, there's nobody... I said this before, I've been, maybe in the eyes of some, unnecessarily critical or lacking enthusiasm for the Knicks this year. But that was based on the expectations of what they did a year ago, and now the addition of Karl Anthony Towns and some other pieces, okay, with Mikal Bridges. And I've still been critical, yet they very well going to win 51, 52, 53 games. Whereas the Rangers were knocking on the door of the Stanley Cup. They win the President's Cup. They give the contract to the goalie for basically a decade, and they're not going to make the playoffs? No, that is unacceptable. That's why I use the term wrecking ball. You got to take a wrecking ball to this. Now, one of the things that Dolan's done, and I commend him for this, is that he's been hands-off with not only the Rangers, but also the Knicks. Leon Rose has done a really good job. Not perfect, but a really good job. He's let them cook, and there's been no drama at the Garden. From the Knicks' perspective, there was drama for, the last 20 years, really, till Tom Thibodeau got here. It was Phil Jackson. It was Fizdale. It was ridiculous, dude. So there was just a lot of Hornacek, a lot of unnecessary drama. I do think that the Rangers side is going to have to flex. He's going to have to involve himself, and I think he will. And I think it's tough. I don't know how you justify bringing back Drury. I can't. But I also don't know as much hockey as you, so I don't know. I could be wrong.
Right. And you can't bring the coach back either. And I'm confused because it's like they're patient on certain players, like Lafreniere, they're patient on. And the guy has scored 13 goals in the past 30 games. Chris Drury had a very tough year. I know he put up 20 goals, but he's also got 4 assists in the season. That's like Curtis Granderson hitting 30 home runs with 59 RBIs. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then they trade away Capo Caco this year, who is somebody that, again, 24 years old, a young kid. He's thriving in Seattle.
He's having that big of a season?
Yeah, he's having a record season this year because he's getting playing time.
I didn't even realize that.
And that just shows that clearly somebody's missing the mark with playing these young kids, giving them actual ice time. And then you have these old veterans. And listen, Panarin had a good season, but Zibanejad was lost. Trocheck was lost. You just had a really terrible season from most of the vets.
Yeah.
This team is going nowhere real quick.
But these are also veteran names we complained about in the postseason last year, talking about their playoff medal, not in round one. As we got deeper into it, I don't know. It just seems like it's time to mix up the DNA. This team seems not going to win anything. You want to come back with a new coach, a new GM, and try to. And now they do have an additional issue. Some of these contracts, now they're hamstrung. Like, there's only so many things they can do. Some of these contracts are guaranteed. I don't think it's a very desirable position for the Rangers.
The salary cap is going up, quote unquote, but that means nothing to me when you have so much invested in a goalie. You invested into a backup goalie who's just as old. So you have two goalies who are kind of in a bad spot right now, especially if the defense can't help and prevent shots, which that's the one thing I'll give Igor this. He's been peppered with shots more than any other goalie this entire year.
Yep.
So he's had the most shots on attempt, but his goals against have gone up.
Yeah.
His save percentage has gone down. It's not good. It's not good. He's one of the lowest. He's 36 for goals against. I was telling you earlier.
We were talking about that before
save
the show.
percentage is 25th in the league.
I mean,
that's not good.
Those numbers are gross.
Yeah, you can't be paid the most to be that bad.
No. I mean, you paid the most. I don't need you to be number one necessarily, but because timing is everything when your contract is up. You can't be, 30th in goals against or 36th and 25th save percentage? What? No, unacceptable.